Something is happening in Denver, and those who know how to read between the lines can already sense that this move is not just another transaction on the NFL wire. It has the quiet intensity of a front office maneuver that carries weight beneath the surface. The Denver Broncos have pulled off a move that insiders are calling strategic, even surgical by poaching. Offensive. Tackle Jaren Christian from the Dallas Cowboys practice squad is the kind of acquisition that seems minor on paper, but in the high-stakes chess match of NFL roster management, this might be the opening move of something far larger. Jaren Christian is not a newcomer to the league nor a name unfamiliar to scouts and coaches who appreciate the grind of linemen who have survived the churn of professional football. Standing 6 feet 5 inches and weighing 300 pounds, he is a veteran of 8 NFL teams since being drafted in the 3rd round out of Louisville by Washington back into 2018. He has started 25 games over his career, bringing with him experience, toughness, and adaptability. The fact that Denver targeted him at this precise point in the season raises questions and speculation among analysts, because every roster decision made in November is about positioning, not just survival. The official announcement came from Christian's agency on X, but the buzz had already begun circulating among those who track roster patterns. The Broncos were not content with their current tackle depth, and they made a decisive move to change it. Christian steps into a situation where the stakes are immediate and high. He joins a line anchored by veterans Garrett Bowles and Mike McGlinchey, a unit that has been inconsistent at times, but remains the foundation of any playoff push Denver hopes to mount. The need became apparent after backup tackle Alex Polchevsky was moved to left guard, leaving only rookie Frank Crum as the lone reserve tackle on the roster. That kind of vulnerability does not sit well with a coach like Sean Payton. Payton has built his reputation on precision, discipline, and control, and when he identifies a weak spot, he moves quickly to patch it. The addition of Jaren Christian fits that mold. The team's goal is clear: strength in the front, reinforce protection, and reassert authority at the line of scrimmage where games are won and lost. But of course, a move like this does not come without a cost. To make room for Christian, the Broncos cut wide receiver and return specialist Michael Bandy, a player who had been called up to fill in for Marvin Mims Jr. during his time in the concussion protocol. Bandy had stepped up admirably, handling 5 punt returns for 29 yards over the last 2 games. Yet as Mims inches closer to full recovery, the window for Bandy narrowed rapidly, and the front office chose to prioritize protection over return depth. For those paying close attention, the timing is everything. The Broncos needed to make space on the 53-man roster before Wednesday's practice. The urgency of that deadline hints that this move was not improvised, it was coordinated, planned, and likely part of a broader strategy. There are murmurs inside the valley that someone on the offensive line might be nursing an undisclosed injury, or that a more significant rotation could be taking shape ahead of the next game week. The Broncos could designate a player for injured reserve or continue reshuffling their depth chart, but what is certain is that this move is not isolated. It is a signal of intent. Christian himself is an intriguing figure. His career has been a story of perseverance and adaptability. He has seen systems change, playbooks rewritten, and coaching philosophies shift. He understands what it means to fight for a roster spot and how to deliver when given the chance. That kind of experience is invaluable for a team like Denver trying to find stability and cohesion as the season deepens. His versatility allows him to slot in at multiple positions across the line, providing insurance in case of further injuries and flexibility for in-game adjustments. For a coach who values control and readiness, that is the type of player you want in the building behind closed doors. There is talk of confidence building within the organization. The Broncos have endured their share of scrutiny this season, but each week they appear more structured, more deliberate, and more committed to building a sustainable foundation. This signing fits that narrative. It sends a message to the locker room and to the rest of the league that Denver is not simply reacting to problems, but anticipating them. Every move Payton has made in recent weeks has carried a certain precision, and this one is no exception. Still, the mystery remains: why now? Why Christian? Why this week? Some insiders believe that this is just the first in a series of subtle roster realignments designed to reshape the team before the late season push. Others think the coaching staff saw something specific in Christian's recent work with the Cowboys that suggested he could step in immediately and contribute, either as a rotational player or as an emergency starter. Either way, it adds a layer of intrigue to a Broncos roster that is beginning to look more like a team preparing for a long haul than one merely trying to stay afloat. For fans, this is where the story gets compelling. The team is beginning To move like an organization that sees opportunity, not chaos, each adjustment feels methodical, and the arrival of Christian only deepens that perception. Those who have watched Sean Payton's career know that he rarely makes a personnel decision without envisioning how it will fit into a bigger picture. Whether it is fortifying protection schemes, recalibrating offensive balance, or laying the groundwork for future flexibility, this move carries the imprint of careful calculation as Denver prepares for its next practice and its next test on the field. Speculation will continue to swirl through social media, podcasts, and press rooms. What role will Christian play? How soon will he be activated? How will this affect the chemistry of the offensive line? And perhaps most importantly, is this just the beginning of a more aggressive roster restructuring? As the Broncos push deeper into the season, fans who have followed this team through its ups and downs know that something feels different this time. There is a quiet confidence emanating from inside the organization, a sense that the moves being made are not random reactions, but deliberate steps toward a larger goal. Maybe it is a playoff push, maybe it is a reset, maybe it is both. Whatever it is, it feels calculated and purposeful. For now, all that remains is to watch how this story unfolds, and to see if this seemingly small acquisition ends up becoming the catalyst for something far more significant. In Denver, football has a way of hiding its biggest revelations behind the smallest headlines, and this could very well be one of those moments that only makes sense in hindsight if you are following the clues. If you believe there's more happening behind the scenes, then stay connected. Share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what you think this move really means. Hit like if you caught the undercurrent in this story, and subscribe for deeper insider coverage, because the whispers around the valley are growing louder, and this may just be the calm before the storm.